Good morning, Breakouters. Coach Latoya Nashay here. I am your breakout coach. I believe, I know, I trust that is the will of God for you to live an unstuck, unbound, unbreakable life in Christ because I know you are supposed to be a breakouter. What's a breakouter? A breakouter is one who walks by faith and not by sight to reach an appointed place of purpose and promise. What I can promise you is that the process won't be easy. The process is that duration of time, it is that space, it is that messy middle between now and next that we wish was pretty, but it's not, and it feels like punishment, but it's not. It's really preparation. It is that time that separates us from what had us bound to a life of freedom and overflow, life in Christ. Unstuck, unbound, unbreakable life in Christ. So I've told y'all, that I was doing Boundless Breakouters. It's a 7-week group coaching program, and my 8 ladies that were in it, they completed their 7 weeks last night. And I said one final prayer. And as I was praying, some words came out of my mouth that I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. Those words were, I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I know the gist of it was, God, make us into who it is that you called us to be. Even if it's a totally different version of who we are right now. I was basically saying, God, I'm giving you permission to crucify our agendas if needed so that your will in our lives can be accomplished. Y'all listen. I said it and I meant it, but then I cringed because I kind of know what that means. I don't know what that's going to look like playing out, but that applies to me too. And there is fear, y'all, that comes with stepping into the unknown, especially if you have control issues. I like to say that comfort zones aren't really comfortable. They're just what we know. We will stay in a familiar place no matter how frustrating it is because that frustration is still easier than the unknown, right? So let's go to Exodus chapter 14. And I'm going to read 2 verses. Verse 8, and then I'm going to drop down to verse 12, okay? So verse 8 says, And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with boldness. They left Egypt. They left that place of captivity. They had been there 400 years. For generation after generation after generation, all they knew was slavery, but God was calling them out to a place of purpose and promise. He was taking them into destiny, and they had to part ways with bondage. That's a process. So that's verse 8, right? We drop down to verse 12 and it says, and now these are the children of Israel talking to Moses. Is this not what we told you in Egypt, saying, Let us alone that we may serve the Egyptians? For it would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness. Y'all was real bold 4 verses ago. What's the problem now? The problem is that the enemy will never allow you to become who you are with a fight. He will pursue you. Just like obedience causes the blessing of the Lord to come upon you and overtake you, when you try to break away from bondage and step into that place of freedom, the enemy tries to track you down. He comes with fear, he comes with doubt, he comes with lack, he comes with intimidation, he comes with whatever and anything and everything to try to make you stay put, to try to make you turn back to that uncomfortable comfort zone. He wants you to stay stuck. He wants you to stay bound. He wants you to live in this perpetual state of brokenness. Meanwhile, God is saying, do you want to be healed? Do you want to be free? Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. But are you willing to step out? Are you willing to go through the process? Because see, the Lord, he's been checking me for a little while now and showing me places of fear in my life. And those places of fear are attached to an unwillingness to let go, an unwillingness to, like, I gotta be in control. I gotta have all the answers. And he said, no, you've jumped before, but you've taken some baby jumps compared to what I'm calling you to. Now jump, go further, go deeper. Okay, sir. Okay. I don't want to stay in captivity, but I also don't want to live in the wilderness. And when you get ready to step over into that place of promise, when you do step into your promise, there are giants there. There's a whole nother battle to fight. And I think my reservations are, it's about to be some giants over there. Like, what now? What am I going to have to fight now? But God is saying, does it matter? Didn't I tell you to possess the land? Let me read you one more verse because I'm in Deuteronomy right now. That's what I've been reading. Deuteronomy 2:24. It says, rise, take your journey, and cross over the river Arnon. Look, I have given you the hand of Sihon, the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it and engage him in battle. I'm taking you into your place of promise, but you still gonna have to fight. But don't worry about it, because I've given you his life, and I've given you his land. And even though you have to fight, it's a fixed fight. I got you, boo. I got you. Just take that step. Take that leap. Don't worry about what's behind you. Don't worry about how the enemy is coming for you, because I have you guarded. Your front, your back, your sides, you're good. Y'all, do not let fear have its way. In our prayer call this morning, the guy that was praying, his name is Evan. I don't even remember exactly what he said, but basically, it's not better to live in Egypt. Yeah, Egypt is not better than the wilderness, and the wilderness definitely is not better than Canaan. But you're going to have to go through the process. We cannot skip the process. So don't let fear, doubt, insecurity, don't let any of that stuff keep you stuck, because it is the will of God for you to live an unstuck, unbound, unbreakable life in Christ. Yeah, I'm speaking to myself. If this blessed you, like it, share it, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to make sure you get the notifications, hit that bell. I'm done, y'all. Bye.